When I was a kid, my dad had a camcorder, and in the tradition of many dads that came before him, he used it to record us growing up. Birthdays, holidays, soccer games, family trips, and also all the stuff in between.
Hi, Smiley.
Mostly filming us eating at the dinner table, drunk on ice cream and half asleep, or dancing in clown wigs to 80s dance hits in the living room. When I look back, that's what my childhood is. In a lot of ways, the things my parents captured on video feel more clear and concrete than my actual memories. I have so much nostalgia for those home videos, and I can't imagine not having them to look back on. I guess that's how I got into cameras. Some of my first and most embarrassing forays into filmmaking were videos of me and my siblings that we made with my parents' little point-and-shoot digital camera. As I got older and those cameras got better and better, I bought one for myself to take some better quality pictures on a 2-month solo trip to Southeast Asia. As cliche as it is to say, it was a really transformative experience. It turned me into a more independent person and made me feel like I had some agency over my life and where it was going. At some point early on in the trip, I realized, hey, maybe I'll shoot some video while I'm at it. By the time I got home, I had hours of glorious 720p video to go through, and I spent about a week straight editing all the footage into an 8-minute montage of the trip. I sat in my room and would edit for 6 to 8 hours at a time, often forgetting to eat or sleep. It was one of the first times in my life that I could recall being so fixated on completing a task that my mind ceased to wander and get bored. It was like I could see the full picture in my head, and all I had to do was pull the pieces together and I could assemble it in reality. Maybe I could convey to everyone back home what I went through and how it affected me. Little did I know, this was a catalyst towards realizing what I actually wanted to do with my life. My interest in cameras only grew and eventually led me to going to school to learn more about making videos and maybe get a job out of it. Not film school, just a communications program at a local college. It got me a foot in the door, and that's all I needed. Things were happening, and it felt good. And then, as quickly as it all began, everything stopped. Because of, well, you know.
Then you really have the makings of a pandemic.
I found myself losing track of time. Days blending together, weeks becoming months, months becoming years. Felt less like living and more just like existing. I felt like life was getting away from me somehow, like I was getting left behind. In the summer of 2022, when things were almost starting to feel normal again, I was determined to go out, take it all in, and not forget it. Maybe I could apply the same technique to my daily life as you would to a trip. Walk around, do stuff, and point the camera at it. Nothing fancy, just hit record when the moment's happening. Documenting has a strange power. Power to immortalize, to archive, and to bear witness. It has the power to both strengthen memory and alter it. It can give moments more meaning than they even had while they were happening. It can recontextualize an image, a memory, a day, and reimagine it as something else. Documenting your life is kind of like making poetry out of your own memories. I'll never be able to recreate a moment exactly as it happened, But what I can do is record it and place it in context and allow myself to look at the bigger picture of a time in my life, how it felt, how I remembered it, and how I want it to be remembered. When I look back at this footage, I can feel the time start to slow down. The days snap into focus, the weeks and months feel fuller and more alive, just like they did when I was traveling. I feel like I got something back, like I outwitted time or something, at least for a little while.
Oh, hey. So, I guess where all this is going is that I did the old quarter life crisis thing and I quit my job, packed up my stuff, and I bought a plane ticket. I don't exactly know when I'll be back or when I'll be able to post another video, but I promise I'll have my camera with me every second of it, and I'm sure I'll have something at least sort of interesting to share with you when I get back. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.
Bye, Daddy.
See you later.
Bye.
You going for a boat ride?